Good day, all of you, the viewers of Poland Daily Culture. By no means, definitely, the world is becoming more and more digital, and we have a lot of things outside there in the web. Beginning with shopping to our identity and accounts and conversations to another very important things which we have out there. This is, of course, our money. With me on Skype is Jakub Żurawiński, the co-founder of Bitfold. Jakub, thank you very much for calling.
Thank you very much for having me.
When we have the different companies who are developing and creating things online, then definitely comes the question of security, how to protect those things, how to not lose what we build there online. And this problems and this question comes usually when we lose something. This is the first thing. So when we lose money or when we lose our data and identity. Is security on the internet a complex thing, or can it be provided some in more a simple way? And this is the moment when Bitfold comes to the market. What is the answer to those questions?
So normally, higher the security level is associated with more complex and more complicated systems. So let's give an example of electronic signatures, electronic qualified signatures. So whenever we are dealing with electronic signatures, we usually use three elements to it: our laptop, a cable, and the USB stick that actually contains our private keys or cryptographic keys associated with our electronic signature. So this is kind of a setup that we live by and that we use in order to make sure that our keys sitting on this USB stick or a similar device are actually separate from our online device, which is a laptop. And I think most of the secure systems actually contain of those three elements. So there is one thing that is connected to the internet, then there is some communication technology, and then we've got the third element, which is basically a hardware element that keeps the private keys or cryptographic keys offline. And I believe this is a huge challenge for every user to actually interact with the system. It's complex, it's prone to making errors, and it's very cumbersome to actually use, especially on the go. And this is where we come in with Bitfold, because what we've been able to do is to patent a cybersecurity technology basically all over the world that makes sure that within one single mobile device, the size of a phone, we make sure that the private keys are sitting in part of the device that's never ever connected to external communication. And at the same time, we've got different part of the device that's acting as a proxy to actually broadcast the transaction. So it's working as our smartphone or laptop to enable for transactions to actually go through. And I think this is what the market is actually looking for a sweet spot and the combination of security and usability that is actually missing in today's security systems that are possible to use for general public.
So just to summarize what you just said, when we have the Bitfold device, it is different than a phone in this way that a part of this device doesn't connect with the internet or doesn't connect with other devices. So it's secure, and this is the part where we keep our passwords or other digital keys in it. But the other part of the device actually it can be used in the same way as we use our phones to go with the payment, to go with transactions. So
exactly, and we separate them by the module that is between those two elements to make sure that they never interact with each other directly. Exactly.
So our data cannot be stolen. Well, so it's a wonderful mixture of those two things. So security and this using it. So those marriage of two elements, which is so important, especially when you travel and especially when you're doing big transactions, that is necessary. Well, a wonderful thing. Thank you for sharing this with us, and I do hope that you develop very quickly with it, and this Polish resolution and way of doing creating it will maybe become an alternative to phones, and someday, or just another device which we will hold and have. Thank you for this, showing it, and we keep the fingers crossed for the development, and I do hope you, the viewers of Poland Daily Culture, if you're especially interested in the security and internet, and you're looking for it, then definitely should check out what Bitfold is doing, because it might answer to your needs. And thank you for watching our show.